something about this Knicks team that changes your view of roster building?
Well, I think it's going to change the way players and what players are going to be given in terms of offers moving forward.
Yep.
So I want to explain this because I know you've all heard it, and it's not black and white. It's a little bit layered. But you keep hearing that Jalen Brunson left $113 million on the table when he signed his extension with the Knicks. Mm-hmm. Here's how he did that. The Knicks put a full max 4-year offer on the table for Brunson in 2024, which was like 4 years, $156 million. It was a monster offer.
Yep.
Had Jalen waited until the end of 2024, kind of like what Austin Reaves did this year.
Right.
Wait.
Yep.
Don't take the first offer. Had he waited, he could have got $113 million more had he signed in the offseason of 2025.
Right.
Instead, he took his money, so he got his money up front. You could argue that's smart because if he gets hurt or has a bad season, then
Absolutely.
maybe the big offer doesn't come. But by doing that, he left the Knicks $113 million that they didn't have to commit to him, and they used it on Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns and Josh Hart. So Malik Andrews, you'll hear some music playing in the background here that's a little distracting, but Malika got Jalen to sit down after the finals and asked him about that.
$113 million-ish is what you left on the table that you could have signed with the New York Knicks. Is $113 million worth it, knowing it's for a championship?
100% worth it. 100% worth it. I was... Oof. Even if we didn't achieve this, I feel like being able to do that and grind and go on a journey to try and achieve it would have been worth it as well. But this is definitely the cherry on top.
So wait a minute. If you take less, they can bring in more good players, and you can go on a championship run.
So here's my question for you guys.
Yeah.
Is it fair to demand of or ask of,
I think,
future free agent? I'll use Austin as an example.
Yep.
Is it fair to go to Austin and say, hey, we want you to take the Brunson deal?
Right.
Instead of a full 5 years, we'll give you 4.
Yep.
And for a little less money so we can build around you. Or, I think you're the same way. I've always been uncomfortable a little bit messing with other people's money.
Yeah, no,
like,
I don't. Look,
I think you
I
should.
think you can ask, but I don't think you can demand.
I think you can. I think you should go out and cut whatever deal is the best for you and your family. So I would never. I try really hard not to criticize a player for taking too much money. If the team offers it to him, all the player did was take it.
Sure.
But now, with this Brunson title, our team, I assume teams are going to feel way more comfortable going to players and saying, hey, I know you think you're a max player, but instead we're going to give you the Jalen Brunson contract.
Right.
What do you think?
Right.
And I think most players will say no, but some might say yes.
Yeah, I mean, some could definitely say yes.
Is it fair to ask Austin to do that?
Yes, absolutely is. It's fair to ask. You can't demand it. I mean,
and
ultimately,
if he says no, if his agents say no, we're interested in a max deal, do you blame him?
Right. No, the report out there is that Brooklyn is coming with 4 years, $177 million.
The same deal that the Lakers would offer him to stay here.
Correct.
Yeah.
And, do you want to take so I think he'll want to take less to stay with the Lakers. I don't think he needs to be 4 years, 177. Don't you think he prioritizes where he is, where he's playing?
But you see, the Lakers can offer him 5.
5 years, 241. Yeah.
So if the Lakers come, like if I'm Austin, this is just me.
Yeah.
And the Lakers come 4 years, 160.
Yep.
Okay. So, basically that's $40 million a year.
Yep.
And the Nets come with 4 years, 177. That's going to be a really hard decision.
It is a hard decision.
He would literally be leaving $17 million on
Right.
the table. Now, what I would say to him, if I was trying to convince him to sign here, is, look, we give you a better chance to win, and you're in the number 2 market in the country.
Yep.
You've already piled up a ton of endorsements. Those will continue. You'll make the money up in other ways.
Yes.
But you only get one chance to negotiate this contract for the next 4 years.
And then you live with it.
Right. So I don't know if it's fair to criticize him if he says no. I kind of don't think it is.
I'm not going to criticize him if he says no, but I will be excited if he says yes to that.
Well,
Is this a part of a deal you could ask him? Is say, okay, you stay 4 years in Los Angeles with the Lakers, and the next time you're up for a deal, if you play how we believe you can play, you can sign for even more money after that. If you go to the
they'll
Nets,
mention that, but what you got to be careful about is you can't go down the aspiration road. You can't. Well, I mean, maybe you can if they don't do anything.
You can.
But
Anybody planting any trees?
Yeah.
if you're playing for the Nets, you're going to be playing in. No one cares. You're not going to be playing in important games. You might not get as much money your next time around, unless as opposed with the Lakers.
Yeah, I think more teams now are going to try and convince free agents to take the Brunson deal.
Do you think Austin is going to get 5 years, $241 from the Lakers?
I don't, because I think that they have so many other guys that they're trying to manage, but I don't know.
I also think
I don't know. Maybe if they think they're going to lose him, do you just let him walk?
You cannot afford to. You at the very least have to work out a sign and trade. At the very least, you can't let Austin Reaves walk out of here and get nothing for him. To me,
that'll piss off Luka too.
That's absolute malpractice if you don't get anything for Austin. I mean, I penciled in, John. I've been working on my salary cap here. I've penciled in 5 years, $200 for Austin. What about that? 5 years, $200. That is
50 a year.
No,
That works out 40 a year.
35 a year.
I think it's too low.
You think that's too low? 5 years, $200.
Wait a minute. 5 years, $200 is $40 million a year.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. Austin.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe. I think that's a great deal, actually.
5 years, $200.
If the rest of the other teams could offer him 4 years, 177.
Yes.
Yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
I also think one low key thing about the Knicks deal is also that they got guys that work around Brunson that Brunson already played with in college. They also his dad was there.
Right.
And in New York,
Well,
like
you
LA,
remember
you
who let
can
him leave?
supplement.
And he claims that he
Nico!
didn't have a fair. No.
Wasn't it Nico?
It was Mark Cuban.
It was Cuban?
Yeah. And Cuban said Jalen didn't give us a fair chance to sign him. He just took the first offer from the Knicks. The Knicks or the Mavericks were not giving Jalen Brunson $150 million to play backup point guard to Luka.
Yeah.
They weren't.
By the way, to make this point on that 5 years, $200, it would be 34.5 the first year, 37, then 40, then 43, then 45.
Yeah, but the average annual value is $40 million a year.
But only 34.5 this year, which allows you to get other talent in there because he's not at 45 yet. So it'll be, there will be plenty of time to talk about this. Plenty of time.
Well, it's all happening soon.
It's all happening.
Yeah, today's the 15th. On July 1st, this is happening.
And if you want to win the ultimate summer